On this Civic, B0001 points to a possible open circuit or increased resistance in the driver's airbag inflator circuit. The SRS light may be on, and the fault can be in the driver's airbag inflator, the cable reel, the dashboard harness, the SRS unit connection, or the SRS unit itself. Before touching the circuit, find out if the vehicle has been in a collision. If it has, confirm the required SRS components were installed new, with the correct part numbers, and installed correctly. Also use proper SRS handling precautions and the correct battery disconnect and reconnect process before working around the airbag system. Start by clearing the DTCs with the HDS. Turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, wait for 10 seconds, and then check codes again with the HDS. If B0001-13 or the matching related driver airbag inflator code comes right back, the failure is duplicated and you move into circuit isolation. If it does not return, treat it as an intermittent condition for now. If a different code is present, check what that code means first instead of forcing this path. Now isolate the driver's airbag inflator. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Disconnect the negative battery cable and wait at least 3 minutes. Remove the steering wheel access panel, then disconnect the driver's airbag inflator 4P connector at the cable reel harness. Connect SRS simulator lead J to the SRS inflator simulator using the 2 omega connectors. Then connect simulator lead J to that driver's airbag inflator 4P connector. Reconnect the negative battery cable. Clear the DTCs with the HDS, turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, wait for 10 seconds and check for codes again. If B0001-13 or the matching related code is still indicated, continue downstream. If it is not indicated, the open or increased resistance is in the driver's airbag first or second inflator. Replace the driver's airbag. Then clear the DTC. Next, check the cable reel side of the circuit. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Disconnect the negative battery cable and wait at least 3 minutes. Remove the column covers, then disconnect cable reel connector B, the 4P connector, on the dashboard wire harness. Connect SRS simulator lead J to the SRS inflator simulator using the 2 omega connectors. Then connect simulator lead J to cable reel connector B on the dashboard wire harness. Reconnect the negative battery cable, clear the DTCs with the HDS, turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2, wait for 10 seconds and check codes again. If the code is still indicated, keep going into the harness resistance check. If it is not indicated, the open or increased resistance is in the cable reel. Replace the cable reel, then clear the DTC. With the inflator and cable reel ruled out, check the LA1 and LA2 lines for an open or increased resistance condition. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0. Disconnect the negative battery cable and wait at least 3 minutes. Disconnect SRS unit connector A, the 39P connector. Then disconnect the SRS inflator simulator from SRS simulator lead J, but do not disconnect SRS simulator lead J from cable reel connector B on the dashboard wire harness. Measure resistance at the specified test points with the ignition in lock 0. The driver's airbag inflator 4P connector disconnected, cable reel connector B disconnected, SRS unit connector A disconnected, and cable reel connector B still connected to SRS simulator lead J. The LA1 and LA1 test point is the black terminal of SRS simulator lead J. The LA2 and LA2 test point is the red terminal of SRS simulator lead J. The decision point is 1, 0 omega or less. If the measurement is 1, 0 omega or less, the LA1, LA1, LA2 and LA2 wires are okay. At that point, look closely at SRS unit connector A and the SRS unit connection. Before replacing the SRS unit, check the SRS unit software version with the HDS. If the software is not the latest, update the SRS unit software and retest. If the connection is okay and the software check has been handled, replace the SRS unit. If the DTC still does not clear after that, replace the dashboard wire harness. If the measurement is not 1.0 ohms or less, the fault is an open or increased resistance in the dashboard wire harness. Replace the dashboard wire harness, then clear the DTC. After the repair, keep verification separate from the isolation tests. Clear the DTCs with the HDS. Turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2. Wait for 10 seconds and confirm B0001 stays gone. The takeaway is simple. Prove the code is current. Substitute the inflator load at the airbag, then at the dashboard side of the cable reel, and only then use the LA1 and LA2 resistance check to separate harness, connector, and SRS unit faults. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.